Well, hello. I am coming live to do the look I did yesterday in stories. It was a rush, which is funny because stories makes it seem like it goes so fast, but when you put music to something, it takes forever. Like, cause you have to like go through and move the timer and then remember every time where you had it. It doesn't like flow it all the way through your stories. And then to add text, it takes a long time. But this is the simplest look using like a minimal amount of product. So this is my foundation. I use the Saint 3D foundation. And I basically use one color and I do not put it all over. So most of my like discoloration spots, which I have pretty darn good skin, and then I have some visitors here, is in the center of my face. So that's usually where I go in at and then like pull and spread it. I don't like having a ton of makeup on because I like the look of my natural skin. And Saint just released a new product called Demi, which is kind of like all that in one. But as you're learning it, it will get super fast. But when you're initially learning it, it's not quick. For some people, it probably is, but it's beautiful and gorgeous. So I'll be on here doing a Demi tutorial as soon as I get my certification back. And I'll still be using 3D because 3D is just so quick and it's still so beautiful. So I just put that color and just spread it around in some key areas. Then I go in with another color. So I did this color all over those spaces. And then I'm using this one. I'm not necessarily going for like super light. I'm looking for something that's bright. So I'm using the color Sunlit and it's very yellow and kind of mimics the sun hitting the face. And then I'm gonna put it on my eyelid and it's going to just act as if I put like a cream colored eyeshadow on. And that's gonna be kind of the trick to doing like minimal work with minimal products. I know some people are really into the look of being a heavy light under eye. That does not work for me. Because I have deep set eyes, it can be so different that it makes me look like a raccoon. It's why I use a brighter color. It's because I'm trying to pop out the hollowness here. So you don't necessarily need to go super light for that. And then on the eyelid, just to kind of like color correct there. Then you can put it in a couple places where the sun naturally hits. So the forehead there, down the bridge of the nose, and then on your chin. And you can like take whatever's left over and kind of get around here just to brighten it up. This is the thing about when you watch makeup tutorials on YouTube. I use natural light, so I'm in front of a window, which still diffuses your face a little bit. But when you have a like studio lighting, you can get away with wearing really heavy makeup and it not look that way. So you'll see influencers like gob on, put loads and loads of concealer on, and I'm gonna tell you this, in person it does not look pretty because you can't put layers and layers of makeup on and it not look like you have makeup on. You're not going to maintain the natural look of your skin. So if that's the look you love, then great, but I think sometimes it's a little deceiving, and not that they're deceiving people on purpose. But then you want to copy it and think, well, what am I doing wrong? And it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just that their lighting is making it come on camera way less heavy than what it is. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to contour under my cheekbones. Now, some people contour because they want to give themselves cheekbones. Contour basically creates shadow and pushes things back so then your cheekbone pops out. For me, I don't need that help. It's just I'm trying to mimic. Hey, bud, can you not do that? Thank you. No, bud. Just my face naturally has that shadow, so I'm just trying to mimic. This is why it's called 3D foundation. Mimic the 3D look our faces naturally have. If you go all in with one color, then you erase the natural shadows of your face. Now on my forehead, I go down a little bit more because I am trying to slim that down a little bit. So instead of just going right up on the edge, I do come down almost like bronzer. And I'm just gonna like make those edges a little smoother. And you can kind of go on your chin a little bit and it'll help like chisel that out. When I do this day to day, I like really go through this quick. And I didn't put any other product where I put this. You know, I didn't put the main color all over these areas. So I'm not layering makeup. And then this is how my like little trick to use like minimal product, especially if you're traveling. I love the brushes because they're double-ended. So I just take this brush on this end and I just put a little bit up there. You could even use a spin to kind of blend. Voila. Then, lastly, blush. Just gonna do, we call these lip and cheek, and I love it. This is the best thing about makeup, is buy makeup that's really versatile. It's the great thing about cream. So I can use this as a blush, and I'm gonna go in a little bit heavier because it's always the first thing that wears off. Then you can also go in on your lips with it. It's fucking off, sorry. I really love this color. It's really close to my natural lip color. I have a lot of pigment in my lips, but it's got a little bit of sheen. And what I'll also do is take a little bit and just put it on my eyelid, so it gives it just like this beautiful, it's actually nicer than most pink shadows. And I just put it on there. You can't really see it unless you're up close, and even then barely then. And then that's really it, other than putting on some mascara. And you could even do lip gloss. You could line your eyes, whatever, but we're just going for minimal. I wish I had a countdown on here to tell you how long you've been on. Here's a little makeup hat. Teach yourself how to do things left-handed. It's actually really good for your brain. Like, start off brushing your teeth with your left hand. Have your kids do that. Eat with the left hand. Helps open up like spatial awareness and like the field of which things you can see. It helps expand that. Juggling helps do that. But it will help with reading and comprehension, all that, because it's, you know, doing things for your brain that are really good. But it also just makes applying makeup easier. This is the Thrive. I love this stuff. It's great. It just goes bad so fast. You just gotta, the trick is layer it up. This stuff's great because when it comes off, it doesn't come off like oily or liquidy, so then it's like running all under your eye, which is great because if you cry and get it wet, it doesn't just come off. You have to get it wet and then like kind of pull, but gently, so you don't actually pull your eyelashes out. I have eyelashes, they're just so blonde. Like my eyebrows, I have a lot of eyebrow hair, it's just so blonde you can't see it. And then in pictures, they look non-existent. And that's it. Really easy. Let's see if I can zoom it in more. Whoa, that's close. It's super fast, super easy. I didn't even use any actual eyeshadow. I just used what I used on my face, which was 4 colors. I used a base. We call it highlight. Most places would call it like foundation. I used a base one, not all over my face, but just where I'm not putting, where I need the coverage. That's it. I blend it out here just to make sure the colors are cohesive. Then I go in with a little bit of a slightly lighter but mostly brighter color under my eyes. I go on the outside and the inside and then blend in here. You don't want a lot of product because it will, if you have wrinkles, settle in your wrinkles. That skin's really, really sensitive. It can't handle a lot of product on it. And then naturally where the sun hits here, down my nose, And then on my chin, sometimes I don't do my chin. Then I use some contour and blush. So it was 4 colors, and those were the colors I used on my eyes as well. So, and then I used some lip gloss and mascara. Those were the only other additional products I used. So you can really get your makeup, if you buy the right makeup, that's what I love about Saint. It's super versatile. And if you're traveling, especially if it's like a quick little weekend trip, like you don't want to you want to look good and feel pretty, but you want to have to your entire makeup bag with you. And this is an easy way. You take one little palette. I'm wondering if I don't think I have my other little palette, but you get a palette that's like this size, 4 colors in there, or you can do a double one that size with some eyeshadows on the other end if that's what you would like, and the brushes and mascara, lip gloss. It's like the lightest full face to travel with. You don't have to worry about getting it through TSA, like putting it in travel stuff. Like, it's amazing. So that's it. This is the look I did from Stories yesterday, and happy Friday. Have a good one.